I'm Lonnie, and we are in the shed this morning. Let's see, if you watched the video yesterday, you may have seen this pig, this cast iron pig, and I figured it would be pretty good whenever I picked it up. And then whenever I looked at the comments for yesterday's video, some of y'all had linked to like some comps and whatnot for this thing that were really good. And the solds for this thing range anywhere between $50 to $220. So, which I was kind of surprised it was going to go that high. I was thinking maybe 80 to 100 max. But and some people have sold it for that. But whenever I looked at the comps, like, wow, these are pretty sought after. And the funny thing is, there's actually a lot of them that have been sold. So, but anyways, if you remember this thing right here, these guys, these are inside of the Sound Warehouse crate. These are a bunch of Wizard of Oz dolls, musical singing dolls, and priced these things at $600 plus shipping on top. Didn't put a best offer on it or anything, and I was a little surprised. About a half hour ago, they freaking sold. The pictures were terrible for these. I didn't want to take them out of, because they were all like factory wrapped still. I didn't want to take the factory packaging off of the dolls, so I just photographed them like they sat. And yeah, $600 plus shipping. I was like, wow, that was like one of those sales where just really caught me off guard. Like I thought it could sell, but I didn't really think it would sell for $600. I thought I would end up having to take an offer at some point or something. But yeah, pretty excited about that. And it's funny that sold, because I paid $60 for those at a yard sale a couple of weeks ago. But it's funny that those sold, because Candace and I are about to bring you guys to a private pick that was set up from a yard sale that I went to on Friday, this past Friday, I think. I made a contact at the yard sale, and the lady said, hey, do you buy dolls? And I'm like, I don't really know that much about dolls, but what do you have? And she said, I have about 300 in the box dolls. And it sounds like a lot of them are like older. I don't know how old. I don't know if she means like 90s or what. I don't really know that much about dolls. Candace is going to go. I got the feeling, just from the brief conversation, that she is very motivated to get rid of these things. So if the price is right and the dolls look decent, then gonna try and make a deal on these things. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm a little hesitant to buy dolls because I don't know that much about them, and I know it's, for most of them, it's kind of a tough market. But anytime I can pick up that kind of volume at potentially a really good price, I'm going to be interested. I at least want to take a look. So let's go see what it is. Okay, we just left the house, and when I walked in, and Candace didn't think I should even try, but when we walked in, there were dolls in the living room as soon as we walked in, and I asked, do you mind if I film? What'd she say, Candace?
This look of panic came across her face.
Yeah, she didn't
even have to open her mouth. I knew the answer was no.
Yeah, well, I know. I get that. I mean, but I asked, she said no, so I said, okay, no problem. There's a lot of dolls. She estimated 300 or so. I don't know. I get looking at the boxes and everything, I would say she's pretty close to that. Yeah. And I don't know. We're looking at prices and stuff like that now. There's a lot of different companies they have there. Ashton Drake, Danbury Mint, all kind of stuff. And we're looking at some of the individual dolls that we saw. I mean, there are so many of them, we can't look them all up, but we looked at some of the ones that we saw, and some of them are pretty decent, like $30 to $50. Some of them are not so decent, like $10, $15, sometimes less, if they sell at all. I mean, it looks like a pretty tough market to me. But I did throw an offer out I offered $1,000 for the whole smear. She had them all, and they aren't in original boxes, most of them. Some of them are, but they are, they did look like they were all in good condition though. They were all like taken care of. And yeah, I don't know, I felt like $1,000 was a pretty good offer based on my knowledge of dolls. I think there's a good chance she's not going to take it though. What do you think, Candace? You think she's going to take that offer?
I think she's gonna come back a little higher. She wants to get rid of them. She's motivated.
If she wants to get rid of them, then she's gonna have to take $1,000 or not. Mm-hmm. It's pretty. That's basically a take it or leave it deal. Like if she wants $1,050, then she ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
Not for me, anyways. I think it's worth it though. I think she probably has about, I don't know, $10,000 worth of dolls or something stupid like that. There's bound to be some good ones in there. You know, some gems that are stuck in there, but we'll see. Maybe she'll get back to me before I upload this video. I could tell y'all what the results are.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think she's gonna go through them one by one.
Well, if she goes through them one by one, then she'll talk herself out of doing it.
Yeah.
Like when I asked her how much she wanted, her tone was way different today than it was the other day when I was talking to her at that yard sale. Today they were priceless. The other day she wanted to get rid of them. So, but that's why I did make an offer before we left of $1,000. I did want to go ahead and make an offer, plant the seed, and if she wants it, great. If not, well, they can sit in their house. They're taking up a bunch of room in there. So I will keep y'all up to date though. Okay, so I went ahead and took the dolls down. First thing I'm going to do is just open up each box and see how much extra packing they might need inside of the box. Might need a little bubble wrap or something like that. Although most of these, I mean, like that is actually immobilized. The lion here, like it can't move. So I don't really see any point in doing anything in there. That's probably going to be the case with most of them, but if any of them have any loose parts or anything like that, I'll go ahead and secure those or bubble wrap them or whatever I need to do. I did look the transaction. See, this one's good too. She's got a wand right here. I did look at the transaction, and it is going GSP, Global Shipping Program, which I'm glad. Like I don't mind, like I ship some stuff myself international. This is one I would rather send GSP. So I was happy to see that her little dog or whatever is in here. I might, you know what, I'm gonna put some packing in here. I don't want this dog banging around like crazy. I think that's a dog in a basket in there. So yeah, let me grab some bubble wrap. I'll stuff it in here. Okay, so like I said, there, that'll keep it immobilized. It looks like she has broken arms. That's Dorothy, of course. But like I was saying, for a purchase like this, I'm glad it's going GSP. That way, if there is some kind of issue, I've got a buffer. I know it's not perfect. I know some people have had problems with GSP in the past. I am not. I'm gonna put some right here too. I am not one of them though. So I've sent a ton of stuff via GSP over the years, and I've had exactly 2 issues. One, they actually, because a lot of times, or I think maybe every time, when it gets to Kentucky, they will open the contents of the package up, and then they will repackage it. And one time they had they mixed my package up. Here's a Tin Man here. There are some, I'm gonna put some right here too. One time they mixed my package up with a dress. I sold a creepy clown doll, and instead of receiving that creepy clown doll that my customer in the UK bought they paid $100 plus the shipping for that creepy clown doll, which I bought at a yard sale for $1, by the way. This is, I don't know, probably 2 years ago now. But instead of receiving that, they received like a cocktail dress. And they messaged me on eBay, and I'm like, I definitely did not send a cocktail dress. I've never sold had a cocktail dress for sale on my account. So it's definitely not, you know, definitely not mine. So it sounds like they mixed it up. I contacted the global shipping guys, and they said, we got it. We got it from here. And they took care of it. I never talked about it again or nothing. So, and here is Scarecrow guy. It looks like he's fine. He doesn't really have anything in here. So, but as you can see, they all have like their factory packaging and everything in here. And the COAs and all that good stuff. So, yeah, they took care of that one. I had another one early on. I shipped a chess set. This has probably been about over 3 years ago. Shipped a chess set to Canada, and the guy, when he got it, he showed a picture of the board with like a piece of the trim off of it, which is possible. Like, it looked like the trim was probably glued on, and maybe it came off. No telling, I don't know. Or maybe he knocked it off and he's like, well, I'll knock it off, I'll get a refund, then I'll glue it back. I think that could happen too. I don't know though, I'm just saying. There again, I contacted the GSP people and they took care of it. So the 2 times I've had issues, it didn't cost me a dime. And selling something for $600 plus shipping, that gives me a little bit of peace of mind here. So I don't have to, all I have to worry about getting to Kentucky, and hopefully that goes well. Oh, if y'all were following, which I think a lot of y'all have been following, the sash, we'll close the chapter on the sash as far as I know anyways. They did leave positive feedback not too long after receiving it, which was cool. I always appreciate a buyer that leaves positive feedback when they're happy with their item on something that's expensive or fragile or whatever. That gave me a lot of peace of mind there. Otherwise, you're just left sitting there wondering. But you don't really want to message sometimes, because you don't want to open up a can of worms. But then you know, you're kind of on ice. You're like, are they gonna try and get $900 back from me? So, but yeah, they left feedback that said that they were happy. So I'm happy, and I'm really happy about this. So how am I gonna pack this? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna use to ship them. This is a Home Depot heavy duty large. It has the, if you look at the edge here, it's one of the ones that has the dual wall. These are like approximately $3. It might have been 2 something or 3, I can't remember. But they're worth it. They're like really strong boxes, and you can see like this stack here is going to fit into this opening fine. And I'll have some room on the edges to pack it down, and the height, the overall height is good too. Even though some of these boxes are kind of long, this box is pretty tall. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put even, like, after I close it up, I'm going to put even some more cardboard at the bottom and probably along the sides to strengthen it even more. I think that's the best play. And then I'll put a little void fill down, you know, on the bottom and the sides too, to cushion it some. But the biggest thing here, I think, is just to make this strong. Okay, so in the bottom of the box now I have some more cardboard, and that is double wall also. So we've got quadruple wall cardboard down at the bottom, and I'm going to do that along the sides too. But also I need some moisture protection, which I'm going to use this black garbage bag. That's what I have on hand, and that's what I'm going to use. All right, so now I did at least this time, last time I don't think I did this, I did at least this time cut the drawstrings out. So now it's just like wrapped in black plastic. It's a garbage bag, but still it doesn't look like as much like a garbage bag. So now I'm going to cut pieces of cardboard to slide down each side to strengthen it even more. All right, so this is how I'm doing it. I have these pieces cut. It's gonna be tight. I might have to cut the sides down on that. Maybe I'll come on this side. Yeah, there we go. And that is going to be some super strength there. Then I'm going to do a little bit of void fill in any gaps that are left. I still got to do these two sides here. But you talk about super crazy strong. It's almost like a piece of plywood at this point. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some super duper strong walls. And I think I'll pull this out. I will put some, like, I'm gonna pad the bottom out a little bit and then pad the top out, and then I'm gonna put a top. I'll use some of these pieces. I did buy 2 of the boxes. That's where I'm getting this extra cardboard from. I'll put 2 of these together and stick it on top. And then it'll have void fill in there too, floating those boxes inside of this box. And the good thing is it's going to Kentucky, so I mean it's still going to be somewhat expensive, but they paid for it. And Kentucky, Kentucky is pretty cheap for me to ship to, really. I'd be surprised even packing like this, because I'm adding a lot of extra weight with all this cardboard. Even packing like this, I don't know, I'd be surprised if it's over 30 bucks. I don't even know what they paid or what the shipping was paid to me to get it to Kentucky. I'll have to look. Okay, I've got a bunch of scrap void fill type paper. I'm gonna crumple this up to where it's a little bigger. There we go. That makes a nice bed, nice comfy bed for these boxes to sit on top of. They're not that heavy considering there's so many of them. Get in there. There we go. So yeah, that's nice and comfy now. Then I'm gonna come back with some paper on the sides. And yeah, thanks to my buddy Swamp Picker for giving me that paper. Here's some of it. I've got this box full of it right here. This heavy heavy packing paper there. It's not just like newsprint type stuff. It's heavy duty stuff. So it's working out perfect for this. All right, I've got void going down the sides there. On these sides, I didn't have quite as much room, so I used another layer of cardboard here because I could slide it in there to provide some more protection. Then I came back on top with void fill, and then on top of that, got some more cardboard. I may have to cut this down just a tad to get it close, and then we'll just close the flaps. Okay, here she is, all finished up except for a label. Boy, you talk about, man, that is strong. Like sometimes you can like grab a box and, you know, you kind of, and it doesn't give anywhere at all. Not that they can't destroy it, because they can destroy pretty much anything. But they'd almost have to spear it like with a fork on a forklift. So yeah, let's get this thing measured and weighed, and I'll tell y'all how much it's going to cost me to ship it to Kentucky from Louisiana. All right, I'm using my crappy little Accutech scale, although it's been pretty solid lately. Like, I only use it sometimes, like on big packages like this. I typically will use my, like, I don't know, this almost seems like a deli scale. It's a Toledo Mettler scale. I picked this up used on eBay for 50 bucks, shipped. So that's the one I use for most of the time. I come over here, I'll roll my packages right here, and I have my computer sitting right here, and I'm printing my labels off here. But sometimes I'll card out this scale. Y'all can see this is going to ship at 19 pounds. I think you can see that. That's going to round up to 19 pounds. Then I got to get some measurements. Okay, I've got the package all packed up, like I said, and I went ahead and pulled the price. FedEx Ground, if y'all can see that or not. It includes up to $100 insurance, and the base price is $29.24. So I went ahead and checked off add additional insurance for $599.99, and it automatically added the required signature at delivery. Didn't charge for that. So the price now is $35.24 insured, and delivery confirmation required, or signature at delivery required. So not too bad. the customer actually paid a little more than that for the shipping. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why they were charged a little more than that, but they were. So yeah, I'm gonna go. This is Memorial Day, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this label printed, but I'm not gonna bring it yet. I'm gonna bring it tomorrow morning. I think I'm not gonna leave this sitting at Walgreens overnight if it's not going out today anyway. At least I don't think they're running today. I'm gonna have to look. If they are running today, then I'll bring it. If they're not, then I'll wait till tomorrow. So, but yeah, no word from the lady that I made the offer on for the dolls, and this is a good spot for me as far as that negotiation or whatever you call that, as far as that buy goes, because I don't like, I care if I get it because I think I can make a bunch of money on it, but I don't feel like I have to get it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to spend more than $1,000 on these dolls, even if they're worth it. Like, I'm not comfortable spending more than $1,000 on that stuff. So either way is good. Like, if she says, hey, like if she comes back at me with like 1,500, then, you know, I would say, you know, I'm gonna pass. $1,000 offer stands if you change your mind later. Like, I'm in the perfect position. Like, I'm not, like, I won't pay 1,100 even. I won't pay 1,050. So it's a perfect bargaining position for me because I'm interested, but I'm not motivated. I feel like she is motivated. So we'll see. I will update you guys later. And yeah, this is just a really good, sales have been a little slow. So this is a really good little, how you say, come up. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see y'all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.